As you can see from that video, I struggled a little bit the first time up that tree. That tree right there, that was probably about the maximum size you should try with this stand. That's a red oak, it's got rough bark on it, and I was having a hard time getting these straps to slide up the tree, but I made it. And you saw how I come down. I started reaching back and grabbing the bottom of that stand and tilting it up. That helped a lot. But anyway, I like this stand. It's not very big. I'm not a very big person. And I've been looking for this stand for years, and finally I found it this year. And I think I'm going to like it a lot. It's not too heavy. Once I get this pack on there, that adds some weight to it. But I can still ease through the woods, still hunting as I go to the next tree, and then climb up a tree. And I'll get better climbing trees with this the more I use it. But today was a learning process. And yeah, I really do think I'm going to like this thing. Yes, I do. I lost my orange off my backpack coming in here. I didn't have it tied on, just had it wrapped around there. Next time I'll tie it. This is a Summit stand. I bought this thing 6 or 7 years ago. And it is probably the most comfortable stand in the world once you get it in a tree and get up there and sit down. It's pretty spectacular. This thing I just weighed both of these stands on a digital scale up there. This one weighs 21.5 pounds. That one weighs 13 pounds with the straps on it. I've got an old man also. It's somewhere else right now. And it weighs right at 20 pounds. I've had climbing stands forever, but I rarely ever use them because of the size and the heaviness of getting them in and out of the woods. And so that's why I got this thing right here. I've been looking for that stand for years, and they just finally came out with it this year. And I think I'm going to like it. I really do. Look at this thing. Look at the size of this. Every time I've ever used this stand, I'd go out in the woods and find me a tree, and then come back and get it, hook it on, and then just trek out through the woods with it and hang it in the tree. Now, like I said, once you get this thing in the tree, nothing beats the comfort of this, nothing. But look at this. They have elastic straps on it. So when you walk through the woods, this thing is bouncing up and down. Why they thought elastic straps were a good idea, I don't know. But anyway, as much as I like sitting in this stand, I despise carrying it in the woods and hooking it to a tree. This thing right here, on the other hand, look at this. It's nothing. It's nothing. I can climb a tree and hunt for a couple of hours, how long I want to hunt. I want to get down and go to another tree and ease down, put this thing on my back, and I can still hunt my way all the way to the next tree that I'm going to get in. This really weighs nothing compared to that. Now when I hang my pack on the back of this thing, that adds a couple more pounds. But still, this, you know, as you can see, this is not a big stand. I'm not a big person. So you really big guys, this is probably not going to be the stand for you. That deer right there is on my neighbor's property. They're inside that fence, but that fence does not contain them. They can come and go out of there as they please. This is the lone wolf crossover climber. I just got this thing last night. I've been waiting on it for a while. A couple things I want to show you. You can go online to Lone Wolf and they have instructional videos on most of all their products. And they'll show you how to take this thing apart and hook it to a tree and all that sort of stuff. You can do that at their website, Lone Wolf Custom Gear, Lone Wolf Custom Gear. But one thing I wanted to show you is this right here, how this thing is attached together. You got a knob right here that screws off. On the back right here is a key that fits in a slot. And as you screw this knob out back here, this key will progress this way until you can turn it straight up and down. When you can turn it straight up and down, then you can separate these two pieces. Just that easy. But you need to be aware. This right here will screw all the way off and you'll lose it if you're not careful. Last night when I got this stand, I was messing with it, screwed this off and I was putting it back together and all that stuff. This knob just fell out on the floor. You don't want this to fall out in the woods and the leaves. You may not find it. So just be aware of that, and when you get the stand separated, screw it back down some. It'll be okay. Lone Wolf says on their website that they will ship this stand with these straps already attached. Well, mine didn't come attached. They were in a little plastic bag. So I had to, there's another guy that's already got one of these, and he had a short video on his. He didn't talk about the straps, but I had to watch his video, and when he would show a shot of this right here, I would have to freeze it and study how all this stuff was attached. Because there's nowhere on Lone Wolf's website that tells you how to attach these if they don't come already attached. But I got it figured out, got them on here, and they work very well. And work very well. These teeth on here are dangerously sharp. I'm talking about you can cut yourself bad on these. Do not get your hand in here and do like I did. When you're trying to go to put this thing back together, you've got this unlatched right here and you're trying to put a strap down in there, your normal reaction is to reach down here and grab this while you work on this. Don't do that, because I got a hole poked in my hand already from doing that. Anyway, this thing is nice. It's well built. That pops up. You hold a little pressure here. Just snug it. Once it gets snug, don't go any further. Just let that be. and you got these cams that releases tension on this thing right here. You can go around this dude and right back down in there, and that cam will, that cam has 3 teeth on it to engage 3 of these teeth on this belt right here. And once you got it locked down, that dude's there. It's there. You start to climb, of course you're going to have your safety harness on, and it's going to be strapped around this thing. Get off in here. The other thing they don't do is they don't tell you how this is supposed to attach. So I just had to watch video and figure that out too. But the knob, these knobs right here, that tightens down and holds all this in place, this loop fits right over that knob. And you just, you leave slack in this so you go up and down. But once you get up in the air, you tighten them down and it locks all this together. You just get that thing up here. If you want to use that bar to sit on, to climb with, you just do like that, put your feet in the stirrups, and go. Just like you would any climber. Once you get where you're going to be sitting, at your height, wherever you're going to be, tighten that down. Tighten this one down, and it locks this thing in there pretty stable. It's got a web seat that's mounted on it. There's another seat that comes with it that I'll be using. But this is not bad. It's not for really big people though. I'm not a big guy. I weigh about 150 pounds. And I've been looking for this stand for years. And I found one a couple of years ago that was weighed about 11 and a half pounds. Little tiny thing. It was probably smaller than this. But evidently they had some kind of flaw in their design, because I think that company got sued out of existence. Anyhow, this, I can sit in this for 2 or 3 hours, especially when I put that seat on here that comes with it. But the thing about it is, I can climb a tree, hunt a couple of hours. If I want to move, I can come down the tree, pack this together, put it on my back, and I can still hunt my way through the woods to the next tree and climb that tree. I've been hunting on the ground most of my life, still hunting through the woods. I'll take 2 or 3 steps and stop and look and listen. I'll carry a little 3-legged stool with me, sit on it every now and then. But with this, it's so light that I can still hunt through the woods. If I find a tree I want to get in, climb that dude and hunt there for a couple hours. Is this thing overpriced? Probably so. It's way on up there. It's the most expensive climbing stand I've ever seen. But I'm getting on up in age, and light weight carrying on my back through the woods is the way to go. And that's why I bought this, is because the size and the weight. So a lot of you people will think that this is way too expensive to buy, and it is expensive. It's crazy freaking expensive. But when I saw it, I debated on it, and I said, well, you know, I may not have a lot of years left in the deer woods, so I'm going to buy this stand, and I'm going to use it, and try to enjoy it, and I think I'm going to. So I just wanted to give y'all my thoughts on this stand right here. Like I said, you can go to their website, look at their instructional videos, and learn all about it that way. So anyhow, that'll do for me today. I'm going to take this down, put it back together, and go in the house and wrap some presents. Christmas is in 2 days, so Merry Christmas.